Well, it's deja vu all over again, lacrosse fans. The Burrards and the Bellies for the second time in less than a week, for the second time in 4 nights. Actually, the Bellies playing their third game in 4 nights. These two teams met back on Thursday night in Queen's Park Arena, and the Bellies sailed to a 10-8 win behind 3 goals by Logan Schuss, and the Burrards were finally quieted down. The Bellies took the Super Soaker 50 to Curtis Dixon and cooled him off, locked up the phone booth, and kept Curtis Dixon in there for just 2 goals, which for most players in this league is a pretty good offensive night, but Curtis Dixon shut down to just 2 after going 3, 4, 5, and 6 his previous 4 games before that one. Bellies went into Coquitlam last night, fell 8-7 after a 3-goal and a blanking third period to Coquitlam Max, but 1 goal too short to try to tie that one up and send it into OT. So we'll see if tired legs and banged up bodies will be a factor for the new Westminster Salmon Bellies, as the Bellies come in here for the second and final time this season. These two teams are meeting for the second time this weekend, and that'll be it. The 3 games are out of the way, 1-1 right now. And this will be the final time these two teams meet until they head into the playoffs. Burrards looking to get back on track. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and we're cooled down, as I mentioned, on Thursday night in New Westminster. They're looking to improve on their 4-2 second-place record and jump back up on top with the Victoria Shamrocks. The Bellies are 3-3 so far this season, which has them right now in 4th place and playoff position. Jonathan Monk will win the first draw, and this game is underway. Scratches tonight for the Salmon Bellies: Tyler Richards, Milan Gaich, Kevin Crowley, Scott McDonald, Marty Cummings, Bubba Westwood, and Alex Gaich. Scratches for the Burrards: Garrett McIntosh, Ben Davies, Steve Hay, Tyler Mioto, Dane Michaud, Clay Miller, and Ben McIntosh, as we eagerly await his WLA debut, hopefully in the next week or so, from coming home from Drexel University. The first overall draft pick is yet to suit up here in the WLA. Reed Midsky, another Midsky brother, making his WLA debut here tonight for the new Westminster Salmon Bellies. He will be number 41 in red, as Regan Harding, another WLA rookie, gets the first shot and the first goal of this game. 40 seconds in, and the Bellies are on the board. So they'll keep their legs rolling from last night. 3 games in 4 nights is going to be tough. So you're going to think that not so much fatigue, because these guys are athletic specimens and some of the best athletes in the world playing lacrosse. But you got to think a lot of hacks and whacks in Coquitlam, and 3 games in 4 nights against equally as aggressive defenders going at you all night long is going to take a toll. But the rookie, Harding, with the silver head on his stick, the pride of Saskatoon, gets the first goal for New Westminster and beats Chris Levis. As Nenad Gaich is punished through the middle, 1 minute gone, as Ilya Gaich will slow the play down. Brother Alex scratched tonight. Looks like Nenad will get some offensive reps early in this game. Sean Robinson chases after loose ball, but is picked up by Colton Porter. He looks for a pass up the floor. Murphy was ahead of the play, but Colton kept the ball. As Zinn picks up a pass from the new Westminster Salmon Bellies, and they look back up the other way. 2 goals last night for Tom Johnson, 2 goals last night for Jordan McBride as they led the way. Logan Schuss did not play, but he's here tonight, and he has the rock. Looks for a pass inside for Ilya, lets one go. Levis falls on it. It keeps the rebound on the right side of the line. Captain Jared Davis will bring it back to the way. 2 minutes gone, 1-0 New West, as Bannister takes the first shot for the Burrards, and Neil Tyak gets his first taste of rubber tonight. Matt Royk backing up Neil Tyak. We've yet to see Tyler Richards draw into a lineup so far this season. Ilya stalks his way into the offensive zone, hands off for Schuss. He lets one go short side, and Levis made a stick save. As Curtis Dixon gets his first touch of the night. We saw the matchup. Jeffrey Cornwall is going to recognize it now. Now he comes over to keep an eye on Dixon, but that was the big matchup. Pascas through the middle, little corkscrew, went wide of the net. As Mallory throws it towards the goal. It's still a loose ball in the far corner. And it's picked up by Riley Lowen. Gets some stick on it, takes a shot. A rebound on the crease. It's 2 Burrards and 3 Bellies fight for it, and Jeffrey Cornwall will find the loose prize. But the main reason that Dixon was held to 2 on Thursday was the play of Jeffrey Cornwall, who finally had a bit of an answer for number 17. Kept him to the outside with hard cross-checks and wasn't letting Curtis Dixon get that step that he gets on so many players. Talk about a step. Here comes Colton Porter. Breakaway shot on goal is wide. Rebound. Kirkovich is there. Still has Porter. Now he runs to safety. Hits the offense. Here's Jared Davis. Looking for the first goal for Maple Ridge. It's 1-0 New West, approaching the 4-minute mark here of the first period. From Cam Neely Arena on Sunday night. The weekender. Dixon fakes a shot, lets one go. A toe tickler. Beats Neil Tyak, and the Burrards are tied at 1. Number 25 on the year for Curtis Dixon. Shoot early, shoot often. That's what he's done so far. Sean Robinson will take the draw for New West, lined up against Jonathan Monk, who missed the game in New Westminster. And the Oregonian will chase down the loose ball. Chunked by 2 Bellies. Still up for grabs, but a scrum at center will result in an interference call. As Jeff Cornwall brings it up the floor, has a lane, shoots, a kick save by Levis. Rebound is all the way to center for Logan Schuss. Logan Schuss side shuffles away into the offensive zone, has a lane on Creighton Reed, and that looks for a trailer. Ilya lets one go, and another stick save by Levis. This was the read on Thursday. They were shooting low, low, low all night long. And ended up getting 10 past Mr. Levis. Dixon again, right pass right through the middle, takes a shot and a goal. Creighton Reed right out of the gate. Undetected through the middle of the offensive zone. Gets a pass from Dixon, who has 2 points already. And it's 2-1. 15-16 to go here in the first period. Dixon picks up point number 45. He has a 13-point lead now on Corey Conway, who sits in second in the league with his near 30 assists through 7 games. Davis flips the ball back to Patrick O'Meara. Breakout pass up the floor for Pascas, but O'Meara didn't read it, and the Bellies forecheck jumps Patrick O'Meara and hammers him down to the ground. Colton Porter has to chase a Lucy. Konieczny tried to clear some traffic. Pushes Porter out of the way, and now Porter gives a bump on Konieczny, and the Bellies get the loose ball, and they force a turnover here. Here's that full court press they've been using this season. 3 Bellies up the floor to pressure Patrick O'Meara, and he couldn't get out of his own zone. Johnson tries a shot, and it's off the back wall for Jarrett Davis, but the Burrards have numbers up the floor early in this game. Running the floor well so far tonight. McBride picks up a rolling ball, and Ilya Gaich and the Bellies are up the floor. Jesse Fair looking for a lane, charges the crease, takes a shot. And Levis watches the loose ball roll out the other side as Fear was in the goal crease. Again, here's that full court press. Jesse Fair and Nenad Gaich pressure this time. Kirkovich is in some trouble. Now he gets it to Dixon, who gets across the line with 18 seconds left. Dixon winds up again. Spins around Ross, and the pass is too hot for Riley Lowen. Now Bertoya, back to Dixon. Through the middle comes Curtis Dixon, sub shot. And it's all the way down the floor with just 3 seconds on the shot clock. Pascas will just rip it down back into the O-zone. The Keith crew in the pinstripes tonight. Keith Williams and Keith Gagne, the referees. 2-1 Burrards lead, 13:35 to go first period. Ilya Gaich to Regan Harding, who has the Bellies goal. He rips one, and Levis turns that aside. Logan Schuss is there for the loose. He has to retreat around the net to his good side and his good hand. Now he lets one go 5-hole. Logan Schuss just does a lap of the offensive zone, a couple good picks and a couple big bodies in front to set the screen. And the rookie goes 5-hole on Chris Levis, his 8th of the season, to tie it back up at 2. He scored his first career hat trick on Thursday night in Queen's Park Arena, and his previous 2 games before that had pairs. He scored in every game so far. The 2nd overall draft pick. Jared Davis passed out of the reach of Andrew Murphy, as Konechny jumps in the air to pick that one up, and now JD picks it up from Jesse Fair, short side, but Tyak gets over to make a timely save. The Burrards trying a little bit of the press themselves. Now Tom Johnson, Jeffrey Cornwall in transition, dropped it from Keegan Ball, who lets one go wide. No, Levis got a piece of it, so they get the reset. Then add Guy to the top of the O zone. He's in trouble. And he'll bounce it to his brother Ilya. Ilya Gaich takes one short side low, and it bounces down the floor. Who wants the loose ball? Dave Joyce gets his hand in the air, but the ball's in too deep, and Neil Tyak ends up picking it off. Great transition pace here in the first 8 minutes of the first as Logan Schuss winds up again, but Kirkovich got a piece of it. It's out of play. Definitely off the stick of Kirkovich. The Bellies will argue, but the close referee, Keith Gagne, says no, it wasn't. Just saw the bouncer. Well, Schuss is stuck watching Dixon up the floor. Just has to grab on right now because he doesn't want number 17 to have any floor. Dixon recognizes the matchup against an offensive player, but a moving pick called as Dixon pushed Schuss out of the way. Robinson saunters into the O-zone. Bounce pass to the top to Tom Johnson. Motion starts. Johnson sets the pick for Robinson. Rolls to the net. Robinson keeps and takes a lane himself. The shot's high. And Harding's there to grab the loose ball off the glass. Harding through the middle takes a shot low again on Levis, who makes a stop. Porter with the pass to center to Jonathan Monk. McBride thinks about giving chase and then stops. Monk will hand off to the offense. Joel Delgarno to Mike Mallory. To Davis, looking for help. Hits Delgarno. 4 on the shot clock, so he lobs one towards Tyak. Rebound is picked off by Chet Konechny with a nice bounce pass to center to Curtis Hodgson. The Bellies with numbers. Cornwall's open, has the ball. Cornwall dances around, takes a shot, and scores. The rookie defender goes crease dive and puts the Bellies on top again. It's 3-2. It's Jaden Gastaldo, another first-year player who was lined up against Cornwall up the floor. And Cornwall dove across the crease. Jeff Cornwall's 5th of the season. Burrards win the draw. Creighton Reed drops the ball. Double team comes over. Jesse Fair tries to break up a play, but Curtis Dixon's there for the loose ball. Fair lining up against Dixon. Here comes the sub shot low, and Tyak will make a stick save. Breakout pass down the floor to Nat Gaich. It's his trailer. Johnson drops it. Dave Joyce swats the loose ball back to Patrick O'Meara as the Twin Towers work their way up the floor. Ten minutes gone, 3-2 New Westminster as the team swapping goals here early in the first. Zinn out to pressure Delgarno. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Delgarno kept to the outside. Far side to Mallory, bouncer, scores! The local boy. Mike Mallory, the rookie, played his junior in Delta, but grew up out this way. And he has his 6th of the season.
Burrards' third goal of the game scored by number 8, Mike Mallory.
So back to square one, tie game. Curtis Dixon with the lacrosse ball. Davis sets it big. Dixon tries to get around Cornwall. Does this time. Tucks his short side, but had a toe in the crease. Cornwall had the Dixon matchup that time, and Dixon just won that one-on-one straight up. Keegan Ball get around Joyce, bounce shots wide. Logan Schuss picks it up off the glass, has a lane, tucks it short side, and it's in. Penalty was delayed, penalty being called on the play. But Logan Schuss liked the matchup against Patrick O'Meara and threw a bounce shot low, short side to get his 2nd of the game, and it's 4-3. Back to the dot. Robinson and Monk battling for it. Loose ball up for grabs. And it's won by Jesse Fair, the Alberta native. Sean Robinson from Coquitlam, BC. Johnson underneath Monk. Delia Gaich. He finds a lane, takes a shot. Levis makes the stop on that one. And the Burrards will have numbers. A couple fast legs at the floor. Colton Porter is ahead of the play. Pass low. Porter takes a shot wide. But a delayed penalty coming up as Porter was bumped from behind. On Keegan Ball, by Keegan Ball, rather. And the Burrards will go to the power play for the first time. Down by 1 goal. 8:35 to go, first period here from Cam Neely. Burrards power play. Despite all the success they've had in the regular season with the 4 wins so far, they only have the league's 4th best power play, scoring at 40%. Belly's not much better in the PK department, killing at 61%, which is 5th overall in the league. Dixon will quarterback this one. Delgarno and Lowe in the lefties. Davis and Mallory the righties. Davis with the ball. Gets it back to Dixon. No look pass down to the crease. Lowen wasn't ready for it, but he grabs the loose ball off the wall. Now he drops it. Delgarno is there. Shot clock winding down, and Lowen is in too tight to take a shot. So the Bellies will try to kill this penalty to Keegan Ball as Jeffrey Cornwall has a lane all the way up the floor. Dixon breaks off a pass, but Cornwall is there for the loose ball anyways. Hands off to Regan Harding. Cornwall goes for a change after a solid effort on that shift. When a double team comes over to strip and add Gaich to the ball, Dave Joyce almost fumbles the Lucy. Now he gets it, but it's picked off by Gaich right in the stick. Thank you for the gift, says number 10, as O'Meara gives him a hack through the middle. 49 seconds left in the penalty to Keegan Ball. Logan Schuss will take his turn. Lobs one over top of the zone and gets it right back. Harding, who's playing with some confidence tonight in his 5th game, I believe. 6th game tonight for the rookie from Long Gone, Saskatchewan. 20 seconds to kill, and Ilya Gaich can probably do that himself. Bodied into the wall. Double team comes over, so he scoops it over to Schuss as Dixon tries a wraparound check to Logan Schuss. Fakes a handoff. Schuss still has it. Now he gets it to Ilya as Keegan Ball steps back onto the floor to a round of applause from his bench. In the retro Reds tonight, the whole team wearing the knee highs. Tom Johnson lets one go. It's wide. Big kill, but Curtis Dixon picks off a ball. It's one-on-one up the floor against Logan Schuss. Schuss tries to stand up Dixon. He gets around. Breakaway. Dixon tucks it in. Delayed penalty was going to be on the play, but it's wiped out by the goal. Dixon has 2, and it's back to 4-4. It was pretty much a side-by-side sprint. Logan Schuss against Curtis Dixon. And then instead of just keeping stride and maybe pushing him aside once they get down to the crease or trying to take a shot away, Logan got in front of Dixon, turned around, ran backwards, tried to stand up and make a cross-check, but got caught flat-footed, and Dixon took it to the cage. So back to square one. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. Dixon has 2 already, 26 on the year. Hodgson barking orders out of the gate, and Ad Geitch wasn't looking. Hodgson still has it. Now he hands off to Jesse Fair. To Schuss. Couple low fenders change. As Schuss buries his hat trick. Hat trick in the first 15 minutes. It's 5-4 again. We continue to just swap goals back and forth. No one on a bigger than anything than a 2-goal run. Logan Schuss hits double digits, his 10th of the year.
Westminster's 5th goal of the game, scored by number 14, Logan Schuss.
He's gone low every time. That time Logan was caught on the righty side of the crease, but able to bounce it, tuck it short side. Now Creighton Reed will try to answer back. Tyak made the stop. Rebound is up for grabs. Reed, one-handed pass over to Riley Lowen. Pass behind the net. Paskets, no looker over to Dixon. Ross lets him know he's there. Knocking on the door. Ross will get a penalty here as Dixon tries to tuck it low. Kyle Ross with a few vicious hacks on the arms of number 17. Keith Gagne, the referee there, giving him a warning. And then he let another hack go. So Ross will sit down and the Burrards power play will go to work again. Ross is going to get another 2 as well. So 4 minutes to Kyle Ross as he bumped Dixon in the crease after he took the shot as well. So big opportunity here for the Burrards to try to take over with the final 5 minutes of the first period. So 2 for slash and 2 for cross-check for Ross. Bellies killed a successful penalty a couple minutes ago, but now the Burrards have 4 minutes to try to work with. Hodgson looking for somebody, anybody up the floor. Cornwall, pass was over his head. And now a loose ball trickling through the crease. Riley Lowen's there to pick it up, and the Burrards will try to set up on the power play. Dixon puts on the brakes and wants his power play to really settle things down. Mallory to quarterback this time. Delgarno, Lowen, Dixon stepping in as Delgarno takes a shot wide. It stays in play. But shot clock winding down. Mallory will probably hit Delgarno. Will let one rip from outside. Right into the stick of Neil Tyak. And the Bellies head back the other way. Konechny with his patented bounce pass. Regan Harding tries to split the double. He'll retreat behind the net. Kirkovich gives chase. As that chrome paint job on the head of his stick just blings from the broadcast booth. Burrards still trying to chase down a loose ball. They'll finally get to set up the power play with just 18 seconds on the shot clock. Gastaldo runs it to Dixon, and the power play will set up. 2:07 to go, and the penalty to Kyle Ross. The 2 penalties to Kyle Ross. Dalgarno down in the crease to Lowen, drops a pass. Jared Davis is in tight, and Tyak picks it off. Belly still sneaking out of the gate. They try to take away all the passes, but it's picked off by Fair. Oh, now it's stripped again by Mallory. No one to pass to as the Burrards grabbed every man they could. Now Dixon through the middle, inside, dip and dunk. Another first period hat trick in this game. This time it's for Curtis Dixon. Ties it up at 5. Been the Dixon and Shush show. So there was a minute and change left in the penalty to Kyle Ross, the second penalty to Kyle Ross, which means he's out now on the Dixon goal. So even strength, 5-on-5. Burrards 1 for 3 with the man advantage. Hometown team wins the draw.
Dixon. Assist number 42, Jared Davis.
Fridge, head coach Darren Fridge. Can't just call him Fridge. Have some respect for the man. Head coach Darren Fridge of the Burrards said the key to this team's success so far has been their ability to get through the middle and penetrate the inside of the offensive zone like Dalgarno does there. And that's been their success, is their ability to get inside. A lot of fancy, quick fit footwork for their offensive players, and that's how Dixon's been inside twice already this first period. He's got 3 goals to show for it, 1 from the outside and 2 while getting in. Tyak has numbers up the floor, but he'll walk it out of his crease. Breakout pass to Cornwall, to Ilya Gaich. 90 seconds to go, first period. Tie game at 5 as Ilya charges the crease and tucks it short side. When you need a go-ahead goal in New Westminster, the ball in the stick of Ilya Gaich is a pretty good option. He wanted to answer back. He liked the one-on-one matchup. He beat his man one-on-one, and he tucked it short side for New West's 6th goal of the game at 6-5. They're back on top. Ilya Gaich's 4th goal of the season. Colton Porter grabs a Lucy off the draw and uses his wheels to scamper up the floor.
Scored by number 9, Ilya Gaich. Assist number 23, Jeff Cornwall.
Dixon against Jesse Fair. Dixon fakes one way, cuts the other, and passes to the far side. Joel Dalgarno inside for Lowen, but Zinn had his stick on Lowen and took the pass away. Final minute, first frame, Jesse Fair up the floor. Johnson drops a pass. Bannister can't pick it up either. Now Hodgson and the Bellies will. Check Konechny. Rips one with the shot clock winding down. Easy save for Levis. 34 seconds to go as the Burrards head up the floor. You don't want to take a shot too early because you don't want to give New Westminster the chance to call a timeout with 20-some-odd seconds. So they use this shot clock. 14 seconds left for Mallory. Hacked down on the ground. Now Mallory lets one go. Tyak to stop. 12 on the shot clock. They take the timeout. Steve Goodwin's yelling it from the bench, but the referee, Keith Williams, let it go. And the Burrards able to pick it off. Pass down on the crease. Murphy scores. Goodwin's ready to throw the clipboard from the bench. The ball was in Neil Tyak's stick, and Goodwin was screaming for a timeout. Williams didn't hear it. The pass was picked off. Chucked down to the crease, and Murphy's able to tie this game up with 2.96 seconds to go in the first period. Steve Goodwin, the head coach of Bellies, was livid on that play. I might have a word for Keith Williams in between the frame here. For the Curtis Dixon and the Logan Schuss show, Sean Bright here in the first period as they swapped goals. Hat tricks for both of those men as they both combined for half of their team's goals and half of the 12 that happened in that first 20 minutes. No team went on anything bigger than a 2-goal run. Regan Harding opened things up with a goal early in this game, the rookie from Saskatoon. 2 unanswered by Maple Ridge, had it 2-1. 2 unanswered by New Westminster, Schuss's first and Jeff Cornwall's 5th of the year. Made it 3-2. And Mallory, Schuss, Dixon, Gaich, and Murphy all swapped to finalize that period. So the rookies making some noise. Regan Harding and Logan Schuss for the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. And the Curtis Dixon show continues to roll on here in Maple Ridge. So 6-6 game after 20 minutes. Thanks for tuning in tonight, lacrosse fans, on theboxerrocks.com. Brought to you by Play Full Screen. My name is Brad Challoner, with you as always on Sunday nights to wrap things up here from Cam Neely Arena on another fantastic week of lacrosse action. Standings just as tight as always as the Adirondacks get their second win last night to tighten things up and create some more chaos in the middle of the league logjam. Victoria on top right now, and the Burrards fighting to get back up there with them as well with their 4-2 record. Bellies want to get over 500 tonight. They are at 3-3. So we'll see if any team can get on a run bigger than 2 goals here in the second period. 6-6 after 1. You're watching WLA Lacrosse on theboxrocks.com. Well, if the first 20 minutes of this game have been any indication, it's been sort of the icing on the cake of a fantastic week of WLA Lacrosse action once again. End-to-end action here in the first 20 minutes from Cam Neely Arena on your Sunday night. Burrards and Bellies 6-6. 3 goals by Curtis Dixon, 3 goals by Logan Schuss. No team on more than a 2-goal run as they swapped goals, as they raced back and forth. A track meet end-to-end. Third and final regular season meeting between these two teams. They met on Thursday. The Bellies playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. 3-goal push late in the 3rd period yesterday had them fall to the Coquitlam Adirondacks, the Bellies. Burnaby Lakers got a win against the Victoria Shamrocks this week. The Bellies beat Maple Ridge earlier. Been one of those weeks here in the WLA. Burnaby with wins over Langley and Victoria this week. And they're playing right now in Nanaimo and leading that one through 20. With a win tonight, the Burrards can get back into first place. Identical record with the Victoria Shamrocks if they win tonight, but they do have the season series so far against the Green. Delayed penalty coming up. Bellies have 6 players on the floor. And Keegan Ball gets the ball down to the crease to Curtis Hodgson. Slashed by Kevin Reed. Ball down to the crease. Wide open doorstep. Jordan McBride. Set play there by Goodwin's Bellies, and it's 7-6 as they strike first in the second. McBride's first to the game to go with a pair that he had last night in Coquitlam. As he was able to run around the net with the motion going on, sneak around, and get the pass from the point. Andrew Murphy scored with 2 seconds left in that final period. Or the last period, rather. And that's where we stand. Shots on goal, 20 by Maple Ridge, 17 by New Westminster so far. My name is Brad Challoner. Thank you for joining me on your Sunday evening as we wrap up a beautiful weekend here in the Lower Mainland. Weather's been nice, and it's always a cooker out here in the Ridge.
New Westminster first goal of the game, scored by number
Dixon, scoop pass back to Mallory, shoots. He had a goal in the opening frame. Jesse Fair will try to escape a double team as the Bellies put on a full court press here. Now they have 3 men caught back and a late change, and the Bellies are up the floor. Cornwall takes his shot, and the rebounds on the doorstep picked up by Nanad Gaich. Bounces it back to Chet Konechny, and the Bellies can slow it down. Looking to get over 500. They have a 3-3 record so far, as Harding pedals his way into the O-zone. Schuss gets around Bannister, and a pass is knocked out of play. Now Creighton Reed back the other way, has a man ahead of the play. It's Bannister takes a shot. Now Reed gets another loose ball and takes one. But Neil Tyak standing tall. 2 minutes gone, second period, 7-6 New Westminster. Hodgson inside for Harding. Bouncer off of Levis out of play. No, they're going to say Levis didn't touch it, so the Bellies will have to hand it over to Maple Ridge. And now a delayed game call as Jordan McBride knocked the ball, poked it away there from Patrick O'Meara. We've seen one or two of these in every game so far this year, pretty much. At least I have. And no player ever likes the call on the delay. But Jordan McBride will take his seat. And the Burrards will go to the power play for the fourth time. 1 for 3 so far. The goal by Curtis Dixon. And this time Dixon will play surgeon with precision at the top of the O-zone on the point. Now he switched places with Jared Davis. Delgarno back to Dixon. Cross crease pass. Lowen. It was out of reach, but still 10 seconds for Dixon and company. He winds up. Sidearm shot ends up behind the net. And Shane Bennett does a good job to create some room for Neil Tyak to pick up that loose. Bellies change. Konechny gets up the floor unscathed. Headmans for Jeffrey Cornwall as he's bumped by David Joyce. Former teammates in Coquitlam. Now Joyce. Headmans at Delgarno's hammered high by Neil Tyak, who pounces on Delgarno and takes him down. And Dave Joyce takes exception as things heat up. Dave Joyce and Ross lock horns to start throwing punches. Ross still has his helmet on. Joyce doesn't. And they'll just throw each other into the boards. As now Ross loses the helmet and lets a couple go. But Neil Tyak just straight up mugged Joel Delgarno. First he cross-checked him high into the back of the head. That was the initial penalty. And put him in a bear hug and threw him down to the ground. Dave Joyce came in. And Ross came in as well. As they'll sit down for a couple, and the referees, Keith Gagne and Williams, will sort this one out. Dave Joyce got cut. There's some blood on the back of Ross's jersey and Dave Joyce's jersey. But an seemingly unprovoked Neil Tyak, as he might have taken some bumps and some words earlier in this game, but Delgarno had his back turned, waiting for the pass up the floor. And Tyak comes over and chops him in the back of the bucket. Probably wasn't meaning to do that, just wanted to take the pass away, and a goalie storming out with the big wooden paddle. Takes Delgarno down in the bear hug. And Dave Joyce, the second-year product, just trying to stick up for his teammates. And Ross doing the same as those two went at it. There was an initial penalty by Jordan McBride. It was a Burrards power play. He still has a minute 12 left. Tyak will get the initial call here, and then we'll see what the Joyce and Ross penalties mean. You heard the yelling too. Delgarno with his back turned. Tyak started storming out of the crease, and the Burrards bench is yelling at Delgarno, "Look out, look out!" And then the 6'3", 200-pound frame. Ross is gone. And Joyce is gone as well. He'll get a pat on the back from his captain, Jared Davis. It's really interesting because you have to think that Tyak's going to get automatic 4 for that high stick. And another 2 for the hold and the takedown, the suplex. And the 2 fights. And that would bring Ross took 2 penalties already earlier. The play resumes. It looks like 4-on-3 for Maple Ridge with the initial penalty to Jordan McBride. Matt Zinn over to serve for New Westminster. A lot of paperwork by Keith Gagne, who wrote it all down on the notepad, handed it over to our point streak statistician, Lenora Mullins. And a quick stick and a goal. Dixon to Lowen. 11 seconds in on the power play as McBride steps out. 11 seconds into the 4-on-3 rather. McBride had a minute and 1 left in his original 2. McBride's penalty is the one that gets wiped out. Dixon gets his 6th point of the game as the Burrards tie it back up at 7. We should have 5-on-4 lacrosse with Tyak's original penalty, which was a 5 that they have up on the board for Neil Tyak. 7-7, Lowen from Dixon, who came into this game with 43 points, now has 49. And a beautiful ice cream play. Sneak play as they thought number 17 had the ball, but Jared Davis able to keep the rock and throw it behind Neil Tyak. Burrards on top, 8-7. $16:26 to go here in the second period. 8-7 Maple Ridge. Still 5-on-4 for another 4.5 minutes. Robinson scoops it from his knees out of play.
2 minutes for holding and 5 minutes for high sticking. The number 97, Kyle Ross, 5 minutes for fighting and game misconduct. Burrard penalty to number 6. David Joyce, 2 minutes for roughing, 5 minutes for fighting, and a game misconduct.
Making another point for Curtis Dixon. 4th goal of the night as he rolls his sub shot from the point. And the Burrards have their biggest lead at 9-7. I was quiet because I was trying to pick up the penalties on the play. Tyak got 5 and 2, 5 for the high stick, 2 for rough. Dave Joyce got 2 and 5, and Ross got 5 in a game. And now a goaltender switch here, Maple Ridge, as Matt Roik will make his 2013 season debut. Hasn't touched the floor yet here. But we know we've seen a lot of rubber and a lot of lacrosse over a long and hefty career. Well, Matt Roik in the pipes now for New Westminster. After a 3-goal run, no fault of Neil Tyak, so they might think that after taking 7 minutes in penalties, that maybe his head isn't where it needs to be tonight. And after a 3-goal run, the biggest of the game, Tyak all alone in the tunnel now, sort of just staring at the ground. He's got his bucket off, he's just staring at the ground in the tunnel. Bellies try to answer back as Ilya Gaich rips a shot. Bellies still have it. Robinson lets one go and scores. Short-handed, cuts the lead down to 2.
Lowen from Dixon at 3:16. The Burrards' 8th goal of the game, scored unassisted by number 42, Jared Davis. Time of the goal. The Burrards' 9th goal of the game, scored by number 17.
Statisticians checking in with me to find out who got the last 2 or 3 goals. Is she still busy setting up all those penalties up on the website Point Street and theboxrocks.com. Colton Porter will leg it out of his own end for the Burrards. Back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Dixon throws one towards Roik, who hasn't had a shot yet. Dixon's taken down to the ground, and just as we have 5-on-5 lacrosse again, we'll have 5-on-4 lacrosse again. As Kevin Lunny gets called for the high stick. Well, back to the power play we go.
New Westminster's 8th goal of the game, scored by number 8, Tom Johnson. Assist number 25, Keegan Ball, and number 9, Ilya Gaich. Time of the goal.
Davis takes a shot high wide. They're giving Tom Johnson the last goal.
Johnson.
Not Sean Robinson, who I called. Delgarno right in the face mask of Royce. That's how you wake up a new goaltender. A fresh goaltender. Now Royce feels like he's in the game. Burrards turning over with numbers up the floor. Delgarno in all alone, takes his shot. Had a toe in the crease, but Roy got a piece of it anyhow. So he's happy to be playing. Roy with the great paddle, looks for a pass up the floor. Right to the stick, and then that Gaich, you grabbed it one-handed like a wide receiver in the NFL. Five on four for another minute. Zabelli's trying to kill some time. Logan Schuss, one-handed roller across the floor. Now bounce pass back the other way. Gaich to his brother Ilya. 13:27 to go, second period. 9-8 for Maple Ridge. After some huge penalty troubles for New Westminster, still very much in this game. Dixon takes a shot, Roik to save, and it squeaks out the other side. Joel Delgarno tries to go far side, Lowen's on the crease. Delgarno lays some slashes, and he's going to get a penalty here as he lays some lumber on Wade DeWolf. Now a shot. Lunny has an open net. They play below the play down, and Delgarno gets 2 for the cross check. Feverish pace in the second period as we continue to swap goals. 9-8 the score for Maple Ridge. Curtis Dixon has another 7. 50 points. First player to hit 5-0 so far this season. It's just his 7th game. Now Logan Schuss answers back, ties it up, his 4th of the night. So the Dixon and Schuss show continues to go on here. The rookie Logan Schuss ties it up at 9. Give him 11 on the season. That'll lead all rookies. Hodgson's double team and hammered into the far wall. Jesse Fair pushes some bodies out of the way. Interference called on Maple Ridge, and New West will have the ball. Sean Robinson at the top of the O zone. Regan Harding tiptoes in, has quick little steps as number 66. Bodies way to the net, hammered down by Porter, who's trying to take the ball from his stick. Harding still has it and escapes with the ball. Tom Johnson looking for a pass with a shot clock winding down. It's right into the crowd. Colton Porter asking for the ball from the crowd, but he'll get it from Keith Williams instead. And now Harding with a full court press. Porter wins the sprint, comes right up the floor, and he can't take the shot as Harding batted it away at the last second. Shane Bennett's there for the loose ball. Now Porter's coaches will tell him he's got to get rid of that ball a little earlier. His feet were too fast. When you're running at that clip, it's hard to get a decent shot off. He's flying up the floor. Ilya Gaich drops a pass on the crease. And a tie game with 11:14 to go in the second period. Legging it up the other way is Andrew Murphy. He has a goal tonight. So does Jared Davis. Lowen's dropped a few passes tonight. He'll bring that one in with the blue shaft. Tries to get around Keegan Ball. Jared Davis. After Pascas lets one go. It's wide. Gets his own rebound. Aaron Pascas to Mallory, but he's pushed out of the way. Lowen's there for the loose ball, but the shot clock will expire on the Maple Ridge Burrards. Kurkovich plays a loose ball down in his own zone, and the Burrards will get the ball right back after that shot clock violation. Dixon pushed aside by Cornwall. To Aaron Pascas. Inside for Jared Davis. Winds up. Fires wide. Rebound. Hits Matt Royk, and he has a man up the floor. It's Keegan Ball. Chooses the safe pass as Hodgson, and he'll leg it up. Davis hustles back. Logan Schuss inside looking for number 5, and it's in. First 5th goal game for Logan Schuss. And it's 10-9. The Bellies are back on top. What a night for number 14. The 2nd overall draft pick. The 2013 draft. Playing in the MLL with the Ohio Machine. Sat this weekend out. We're going to get a quick goaltender change on the other side. Give Chris Levis a quick break. As Carson Michaud slides into the crease, literally. He's got a patented leg slide. Every time he runs onto the floor, he dives onto his knees and slides into his crease. The younger brother of Dane Michaud, who scratched out a lineup tonight with seemingly a knee injury that I saw him suffer on this floor last week. Burrards with numbers, dip and dunk. Reed as Matt Roik, another Bellies goaltender, hammers into these Maple Ridge Burrards. Kevin Reed, guy who doesn't score a lot, gets on the board here in transition. His first goal of the season in just his second game. He's an agitator. Roik stepped out to take a shot, and their Bellies are going to get a penalty after the play as well, as Reed Mitski's going to sit down for a couple. Eight goals so far and about 100 penalties. So a goal and a 5-minute major afterwards. So another gift given to the Maple Ridge Burrards. Reed Mitski in his first. No, it's going to be Roik gets the 5. Reed Mitski, the rookie, is going to serve. And the Burrards will go to the power play for 5 minutes and a chance to score 2 goals. Curtis Dixon inside bounces it out of play. And the Bellies look up the floor. 9:23 to go here in the second period. Czech Konechny legs it up the floor and goes for a lap behind the net. Puts on the brakes, does Konechny, as O'Meara and Kirkovich move in on him. Double team comes over and they hack the Bellies down to the ground. Loose ball. Picked up by Kirkovich. The Burrards have numbers up the floor. It's Kirkovich and Dixon. Dixon tries to split a double, backs off behind the back goal. Superman puts on the brakes, takes a bump, and then goes behind the back. Top cheese on Matt Roik, 11-10. What a night. 5th goal by Curtis Dixon, matches Logan Schuss's 5. And they don't get much prettier. 51 points now on the season for Curtis Dixon. And still a 4-minute and 8-second power play for the Maple Ridge Burrards. After all that's gone on here in the second period, it's still only a 1-goal lacrosse game. Been a boatload of penalties and a boatload of goals. This might be the most entertaining game I've seen so far this year.
Scored by number 40.
Riley Lowen tries to tuck it in short side. Roik went down to his knees to make the save. And Jesse Fair gets the ball up the floor. 10 seconds ticking away. Errant pass. Keegan Ball is pushed across the line by Dalgarno. And Burrards have to hand it back over. Here's Dixon again. Breakaway shoots. Scores! The sock trick for Superman. It's 12-10. Curtis Dixon just continues to dominate this league. Absolutely incredible what he's doing so far this season. 30th goal for Curtis Dixon in game number 7. 52 points in game number 7.
Time to go 11 minutes, 8 seconds of the second period.
Burrards on top by 2. Penalty expires after the 2 goals, and we have 5-on-5 lacrosse. Making a 3-goal lead is Captain Jared Davis. Bounces one top shelf. It's 13-10. Jared Davis has 2 tonight. The first real big run we've seen, and it's 4 goals deep for the Maple Ridge Burrards. But still, only a 3-goal lacrosse game with lots of ball left to play. Belly's playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. So this 3-goal hole late in the game, fatigue could become an issue. Not so much fatigue, but just banged up bodies. These guys are some of the best athletes in the world, but you can only take so much hacks and whacks and cross checks before you start being a little trepidatious to come through the middle. Now Creighton Reed hustles it down the floor, buries it 5-hole. 5-goal run, 14-10. Do we see Neil Tyak come back in? Will be the question here. Royk's led in 5 in a row now. 5 quick ones. As Lenora Mullins and the announcer here in the arena and the statisticians, everyone's running around feverishly trying to keep track of this lacrosse game. Carson Michaud has been in net for the last couple minutes for the Maple Ridge Burrards, but he hasn't even seen a shot. Chris Levis pats the rookie on the back. And the Bellies will call a timeout. Steve Goodwin will gather the troops in the retro Reds tonight and try to kill this run and get some momentum. Still 7 and change to go in just the second period. I can't believe we still got another 20 on top of this. This game's just halfway through. 24 goals so far. A 6-goal performance for Curtis Dixon so far. 5 from Logan Schuss. Thank you, Jake, for the update that Logan did play in the MLL last night. I thought he took the weekend off for some family matters, but I think that was last weekend where that happened. And Logan got off a plane this morning and is coming here with 5 goals at Cam Neely Arena. And an obvious choice for first overall in the NLL draft coming up this fall. And that pick again held by the Minnesota Swarm, who have a few in that first round, just like they did last year. Another chance to stock up. Couple penalties after the goal. We'll have 4-on-4 lacrosse with Nenad Gaich and Kevin Reed in the penalty box. So even strength still. 7:04 to go. The Bellies need an answer. They need an answer in the form of 4 goals if they want to get themselves on a run here. Logan Schuss is the best bet to make that happen. He's tied up by Porter, beats Porter to the net, takes his shot. Michaud still hasn't touched a piece of rubber. Jonathan Monk forces a turnover, tries to get the ball over to Porter. He drops it. Burrards will settle down on offense. Mallory being worked on right now by Lunny. And the ball is to the top of the zone to Curtis Dixon. Gets around Jesse Fair, looks for a pass back. Mallory sets the pick, rolls. Dixon swims through, inside, dances in, and Royk made the pad save that time. Dixon ran through the crease to grab the loose ball, though. And Royk will pick it up in his paddle and get a pass to center to Logan Schuss. Burnaby leading 10-5 across the pond in Nanaimo. And now Carson Michaud makes his first save. Tries a little flip pass back as Tom Johnson was pressuring him. And Mitch Bannister, the Alberta native, legs it up the floor. Pass intended for Davis, dropped. And a penalty coming up. Too many men out of the back gate for the Bellies. Someone will come over to serve, and we'll have 4-on-3. A lot of room. DeWolf will serve. We'll have 4-on-3 for 38 seconds.
New Westminster penalty, a bench minor for too many men on the floor. Found the penalty, 14 minutes, 14 seconds. A bench minor for too many men at 14-14.
Dalgarno tees it up down the crease, low and short side. Royk got over. Great ball movement here by the Burrards. Dalgarno back down to Lowen. Top of the zone, Dixon winds up, steps in, and a big save by Royk. You can hear that one off the chest from up here. Now Dixon tries to grab a Lucy on the doorstep around the world, and Royk got over. (37-24), Maple Ridge now out shooting the Burrards. Now Jesse Fair the other way, takes a shot short side. Michaud got a piece of it, but it's out of play. How do they get a reset, but the ball is out of play? And they're saying off of the bellies. That doesn't make any sense. But the Burrards will get the ball. Nope. 4-on-3 still. Nope, 5-on-4. I correct myself again. 5-on-4 for a minute. Dalgarno to Dixon, sub shot hard and wide. All the way down to Michaud with just 5 seconds on the shot clock, so he might just chuck this one down. Gonna give it to Dixon from center, who throws it wide. The bounce backfires on him, and Dixon puts the ball down. Keegan Ball and the Bellies have 40 seconds to kill. Ball tiptoes the line. Dixon mugs him. Triple team down to the ground. And Keegan Ball still has the rock. Penalty coming up to Maple Ridge as Matt Royk trucks his way to the gate. Geich flips it to Schuss. 23 seconds left in the DeWolf penalty. Royk will just hang out at center so he can keep it 5-on-4. And then DeWolf will come on. Oh, Ilya Geich is pushed over and back. Gagne blows the play down. We'll have 4-on-4 for 7 seconds. Then the Bellies will go to the power play and a chance to chip away at this 4-goal lead. 3:53 to go, second period here from Cam Neely Arena in Maple Ridge. But as things go from strange to stranger, Ilya Geich is going to get a call unsportsmanlike on the play. He argued with Keith Williams about the back over call, and they gave him 2 for it. So just as I try to set up the Bellies power play for you, Ilya Geich gets 2, and we'll have 4-on-4 lacrosse again. What a night. Burnaby looking to get 3 wins on the week. Langley and Victoria lose. Coquitlam beats New Westminster, and New West and Maple Ridge meet for the second time in 4 nights. Just a crazy week. Crazy week in the WLA. Well, 4-on-4 lacrosse. Keegan Ball gets it down to Logan Schuss. Scoop pass back to Johnson as Delta Boy tries to get it to Delta Boy. And he's picked off by Creighton Reed. He's up the floor. Looking at his bench, Dixon says slow down. Dixon against Konechny. Far on the right wing wall. Davis sets a pick. Dixon's open. Dalgarno winds up. It's right off the face mask of Hodgson and out of play. Off the bucket, so it's Burrard's ball. (4-on-4), but the Bellies still hang back in his zone D. Dalgarno found a lane though, jumped the crease. He had a toe inside. And Keith Williams says no goal. Minute 2 left in 4-on-4, under 3 to go in the frame. Sean Robinson, Bannister gives chase. And a moving pick called on Tom Johnson. No, not just a moving pick, a high sticking call. Not much breathing room on the floor tonight. So to 4-on-3 we go. Ample real estate to work the ball around. Dalgarno, Dixon, Davis. Dalgarno winds up. Flip pass back to Lowen, who buries. 12 seconds into that power play, and it's 15-10. Riley Lowen, second of the night. The Burrards have 6 in a row here on home floor. Johnson's released, and we have 4-on-4 lacrosse yet again. 39 seconds of it. 2:30 to go.
Burrards 15 goals a game, scored by number 85, Riley
Dixon left alone to go one-on-one with Chet Konechny. Paul, top of the zone, Andrew Murphy drops a pass. He's pushed out of the way, and the Bellies may have numbers. Shane Bennett with the one-handed cradle up the floor. Looks for a man out of the gate. Fakes a pass to Trailers Hodgson. Hodgson inside, rolls it, and Michaud turned it aside. Back to 5-on-5 as Kirkovich and Geich come back on the floor. Schuss tries to get it past in the net. It's knocked down. And Captain Belly draws an interference call off of Pascas, and the Bellies got to keep the ball. Minute 42 to go here, second period. 15-10. Harding sets a hard pick. Bounce pass across the zone. Logan Schuss against O'Meara. Drops a hand. Logan spins, tries to get a pass inside. It's dropped. And Regan Harding now chucks one towards Michaud and buries low. 15-11. With his back to the net. Letting that chrome head spin. Harding able to just take a step and then go far side low on Carson Michaud in his first couple minutes of WLA lacrosse. Levis was pulled after the 10th goal. That's the first one to beat Michaud. Bellies have it again for a minute and 9 seconds left in the period. Down by 4. Keegan Ball makes his way to the crease, tries to tuck it short side. Michaud made the save. McBride grabs the rebound, and Keegan Ball will try again. To Ilya Geich. Through the middle comes Ilya, switches hands, takes a shot. Michaud bit, Ball chucked one towards the net. Michaud made the save from his knees. And Creighton Reed ran through his own crease, so they hand the ball back to New Westminster. Taking it a reset here, we'll see Roy come to the gate. Keegan Ball fakes a shot, lets one go, bouncer. And Michaud grabs the loose ball. The Burrards want a timeout. They haven't used one yet. And they're under 20 to go in the period. Creighton Reed, now they call the timeout with the ball's in the offensive zone. So 19 seconds in the period. Jaron Fridge will drop a play for his Burrards and try to increase their lead back to 5 to end this period. Carson Michaud gets a pat on the back, takes a seat on the bench. Dalgarno, Dixon, Davis. Looks like Mallory and probably Riley Lowen will attack the floor for Maple Ridge. Shots on goal, 38-28 for the Burrards. A 14-goal period here from Cam Neely Arena. And I'll get the penalty totals and all that stat packy goodness for you in the break. But what a wild 20 minutes of ball, and we still have 20 to go. 6-on-5 to round this one out. Bellies line up 3 straight on one side and 2 straight vertically on the other. Delgarno running around. Gets the ball to Bertoya inside, takes a shot. Tyak made this, or Roik made the save rather, and keeps it at 15-11 after a wild 20 minutes. It is the wild, the Western Lacrosse Association, after all. A 14-goal period, a handful of penalty minutes that I'll try to bust out the iPhone calculator and figure out because it's going to be a mess. 6 goals by Curtis Dixon, 5 by Logan Schuss, and a 4-goal game heading in to the final 20. I said on Thursday night, with these two teams meeting twice in a week, it's going to be some animosity on Sunday, and sure enough, there has been. Kyle Ross and Dave Joyce had a fight early in that second period. They both got ejected from the game. Neil Tyak puts Joel Delgarno in a bear hug, takes 7 actually on that play. He got 5 for the hide, 2 for the tackle. Let in a couple quick goals after that, and then his head wasn't in this game anymore, so Steve Goodwin pulled Tyak after the 9th goal. Burrards rattled off 6 in a row to make it 15-11, and that's where we stand. 20 wild minutes to go. Do not go anywhere, lacrosse fans. My name is Brad Challoner. Thank you for tuning in on your Sunday night as this weekend winds down. Not quietly, by any means. Guys aren't going to be falling asleep after this one tonight. Thanks for tuning in on theboxrocks.com, brought to you by Play Full Screen. If you have a second in between periods, track me down on Twitter. I'm at Laxcaster. Let me know what your thoughts are on this WLA Lacrosse Sunday evening. The Lakers on top of Nanaimo over at Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo right now. I'll be back in a couple for the third and final from Cam Neely. Thanks for tuning in on your Sunday night, lacrosse fans. 58 minutes in penalties, 14 goals, 6 by Curtis Dixon, 5 by Logan Schuss, a goaltender change on either side. What more can we add to this Western Lacrosse Association game, lacrosse fans? 20 more minutes on top of all of that lacrosse goodness. So we'll see what the final 20 have in store here from a crazy night at Cam Neely Arena in Maple Ridge. My name is Brad Challoner. The game at hand, the hometown Burrards on top of the visiting Bellies, 15-11 in their third and final regular season meeting. These two teams met on Thursday night, and no shortage of blood boiling over into this one. So we start the third period with Matt Roik in net for the New Westminster Salmon Bellies, and rookie Carson Michaud in net for the Maple Ridge Burrards. He's only played about 8 WLA minutes, and they've all come in this game. Levis left after 10. Tyak left after 9 and 7 minutes in penalties. Roik has 5 minutes in penalties since then. It's just been one of those nights. Superman continues to be Superman. He has 9 points. He has 51 on the season. Absolutely incredible. Other leaders tonight, Logan Schuss has 5 and 1. Keegan Ball has 4 assists. Ilya Gaich has 1 goal and 3 assists. And Jarrett Davis has 2 goals and 4 assists. Captain Burrard getting it done. A 6-goal run and a 3-goal run by the Burrards in that period is Jonathan Monk, the Oregonian, is slow to get up as he was hammered hard into the wall and not putting a lot of weight on his leg right now. And he'll hop off and get looked at by the Burrards training staff. Great face-off man and pair of legs in transition in Jonathan Monk. But as I was saying, numbers galore in this one, and still 19 minutes and 48 seconds to add to the insanity here from Cam Neely Arena. A 6-goal run was the story for the Maple Ridge Burrards in that second period. They chased Neil Tyak out and then rattled off 6 in a row when Matt Roy came in, their biggest run of the game. And that's why they're on top right now by 4. Belly's got the chip away a little bit late in that frame. As the whistles have been wet here from Keith Williams and Keith Gagne. As an interference call goes behind the Belly's net, and New Westminster gets to bring the ball up the floor. Burnaby leading in Nanaimo right now, and the Bellies looking to come back with a win tonight. The Burrards go back into first place in the WLA. And the Bellies try to crack that 500 mark with a win tonight. Logan Schuss has been the hero. Still has the ball. Passed down to the crease over top of Ilya's head. And he's slashed by Colton Porter. Shot clock winding down. And it'll expire on the New West Salmon Bellies. Colton Porter hustles across the line. And Curtis Dixon and the Burrards go to work. Geich being watched by Ilya. Ball's far side to Aaron Paskus. Plays it down low to Murphy. Mike Mallory's wide open. The reigning BCJ MVP takes a shot. And Roy gets his first real test here, the third period, a minute and a half in. The ball is in his leg pad, and Ilya Geich can't find it. Now they dig it out. Dixon will forecheck. Both teams been using the forecheck to their advantage tonight in this game. Handful of turnovers on either side, a couple breakaway goals on either side as well. McBride chucks one low on Carson Michaud. But the Burrards are back into their own crease, and the Bellies get a fresh clock. Logan Schuss at the top of the zone, retreats down low, scoop pass back for Tom Johnson. He can't pick it up. McBride will retreat back. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Regan Harding has a goal tonight, takes a shot, hit a leg. And the Birds look up the floor. Kevin Reed has a goal tonight. And that's Jay Gastaldo with the ball. So that comment a bit random. Dixon drags his way in. Davis swats a Lucy over to low, and Dixon still has it. 11 on the shot clock. Being watched by Reed Midsky in his first WLA game. Dixon shoots across the body, but a good save by Matt Roy. Kirkovich pressures, and now the Bellies get it in. 2-on-1. Robinson takes a shot. Michaud got a piece of it, and he brings in his own loose ball. Hands it off to Colton Porter, and he'll chase himself out of the zone. Double team comes over, and Geich, he runs right into the open arms of Ilya Geich and gets stripped. Ilya swats it back to Roy, and the Bellies will have possession. Porter vocal on the back door as Geich gets a handful of slashes from Jonathan Monk. And a delayed penalty coming up as Monk does another couple slashes, and now Geich finds a lane, goes to the goal. Cross-crease pass off the crossbar from Nenad Geich. Jonathan Monk, who's happy and healthy after taking a spill here at the start of the frame, will now sit down for 2 minutes on a slash.
Burrards penalty number 96, Jonathan Monk.
Through 58 penalty minutes, now 60 in this game. There hasn't been a lot of New Westminster power plays. Burrards have largely come out on the winning end of most of these penalty opportunities. And now they get a chance here. Jordan McBride takes a shot, and it hit Michaud on the back of the leg and trickles in. 14 seconds in, just one shot is all the Bellies needed. 15-12 the score, the first goal of this third period, 4 minutes in. McBride has 2 tonight. He had 2 last night in Coquitlam. A losing effort. So back to the dot we go. Monk loses it to Robinson, but the loose ball still up for grabs, and Monk's there to grab the rock. Gestaldo headmans it to Murphy, has Lowen behind the play. Murphy rips a shot off of Roik, rather. Now Mallory's got 3 bellies on his back. Pascas in there to help, but Hodgson comes up with the loose ball. Jeffrey Cornwall's got a couple steps on Dixon. Konechny looking for a trailer, no one there. Harding plays it deep to Keegan Ball, sets a pick, and Ball passes to the top of the zone to Ilya Gaich. Johnson to Logan Schuss around Dixon. Schuss inside, fakes and scores! Sock trick for Logan Schuss, and it's 15-13. Got off a plane this morning, coming home from the MLL. Delayed flight and all. But Logan Schuss brought his legs, and he has the best offensive output of his young career. 6th goal of the night. #14th of the year for Logan Schuss. Davis brings it back into the O-zone for Maple Ridge to Pascas. Penalty coming up to the bellies as Dalgarno is dumped by DeWolf. Van Bertoya, the extra attacker. Davis inside, over to Mallory, tucks it. Nope, Moroik got over, made a stop. And Wade DeWolf will take a seat. Dalgarno has some choice words for DeWolf too. Cross check to the back. Dalgarno felt that one. He's holding his back right now, having a stretch. 2 minutes checking from behind for Wade DeWolf. Burrards to the power play. 14:42 to go here from Cam Neely. 15-13 the score. So Dixon will quarterback this one. Gets it Dalgarno to Jared. Davis whips one. Dalgarno has to chase to Lucy. He can't get a stick on it. But Dixon's there with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Davis around his man. Looks for a pass. He's in too deep. Now he gets Mallory, who winds up. Shoots. Roik made the save. Rebound. Lowen chucks it towards the net and scores. Hat-trick goal for Riley Lowen, and it's 16-13. That's his home. Right there on the doorstep, Riley Lowen. He's got a quick stick and even quicker feet. And he's able to tiptoe his way to the top of the crease, be the only player to grab that loose ball. And before Roy could even set up, had it from the ground to the top shelf. And no seconds flat. Monk and some help in the offensive zone. Aaron Davis, all the transition players caught up the floor for Maple Ridge. And now they'll go off for a change. Kevin Reed will have to kill some time and wait for the right personnel. Now the Burrards offense will set up with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dixon winds up. Around Hodgson. Inside, runs into Roik and is pushed out of the way. Fair looking for a call. Ilya Gaich stalks his way into the O-zone. Kirkovich lets Gaich know he's there. Logan Schuss spinning, pass in the middle of the zone, but Johnson's pushed out of the way. Now Davis has Gestaldo ahead of the play. Jade Gestaldo tries to go top shelf. And Roy got a piece of him as the rookie is punished by Tom Johnson off his way off the floor. Delly's playing nasty right now on the back end. Lowen behind the back pass to Dalgarno. And Roik picks up the loose ball and looks for a breakout pass. McBride to Harding. To Ilya Gaich, he slows the play down, awaits for his offense to set up. Kevin Reed, aggressive on Ilya Gaich, who gets it to Robinson, who wires one. Beautiful snipe by Sean Robinson, 16-14. Robinson's been in and out of the lineup. Now Steve Goodwin plays with his left-handers a little bit. Marty Cummings and Robinson have been in and out on that side. When Logan Schuss is out of town, we'll see both of those players. When Logan Schuss is in town, we'll only see one of them. And they've got Ilya Gaich rolling out of the front gate in all the gear. 3 of the 4 games he's played in so far this season. And that's another left-handed offensive shot. And Tom Johnson, too. So these players trying to work their way into full-time work. Jordan McBride is held, cutting through the offensive zone. Penalty coming up to Kevin Reed, and the Bellies, who have just buried, will head back to the power play. Logan Schuss, Ilya Gaich, Keegan Ball, Jordan McBride, and Regan Harding.
Number 40, that's Kevin Reed. 2 minutes for holding.
A 3-rookie power play
7 minutes, 59
for the Salmon Bellies.
Reed for holding at 7:59.
Ball and Harding played together. Michaud kicks that one out of play. The draft pick from the Poco Junior Saints. Logan Schuss takes his shot. Michaud looks up the floor. Bannister beats Schuss in a foot race, who doesn't have the quickest feet on the floor. But he's back to grab the pass. Schuss notices a chip in the ball. Referee Keith Williams hands him a new one, and they start all over. Keegan Ball takes a shot. It stays in play. It went high off the glass, though. Nenad Gaich there for the loose ball. Ball to Schuss. Back to Keegan Ball. To Nenad Gaich. Steps in around one man. Pass down to the crease, but he runs out of time. And Gastaldo will try to run it up the floor. Swims over top of Schuss. The Burrards have numbers. The trailer is Dixon, but Gastaldo takes a shot. Roy got a piece of it. Logan Schuss is up the floor. Lunny doesn't see him. 10:45 to go. Still a 2-goal game. 30 goals have been scored so far. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but this has to be the highest output in the league so far this year. It's been a pretty low scoring 2013, I do say. Colton Porter aggressive on Ilya Gaich. The Schuss, the Ball. McBride steps in. Rebound. That one got a piece of Michaud, and Logan Schuss is there for the loose ball. Fresh clock for the Bellies. Logan Schuss winds up. Short side. Kick save, and Kevin Reed's going to be out of the gate here. The Burrards have to just look up the floor. O'Meara has Reed ahead of the play. O'Meara is going to keep and going to shoot, but it's wide. Now Ilya with a slow crawl back up on the offense. Back to even strength lacrosse. Delayed penalty coming up. No, just as I say that, we'll go back to the power play for New Westminster. Mike Kirkovich, the former captain of the Quitlam Junior Adanacs, gets 2 for the high. Power play again will meet up and converse.
Broad penalty to number 84, Mike Kirkovich. 2 minutes for high sticking.
This time it's Nenad Gaich instead of Regan Harding as the righty. Along with McBride and Ball to play quarterback. Motion starts. Ball. Logan Schuss takes a shot. I don't know if that's what they were conversing about, but ball was open. And Bannister hacking up Logan Schuss right now. There's a shot in front of the bench. Jordan McBride gave a whack to Reed as he was changing. And then McBride will cancel out this Kirkovich penalty if Curtis Dixon can kill some time. Michaud will hang out, so we'll have 4-on-4 still. Or 5-on-4. Lowen tries to split a double, does. With 1 minute and 8 seconds left of the penalty of Kirkovich. Lowen's run hard into the gate from the Nat Geich right in front of the cameras in the broadcast booth here. And that was helmet to glass. Lowen a little shaken up, and now the play's blown down. Jordan McBride will sit for 2. We'll have 4-on-4 for 52 seconds. And then a minute and 8 second power play for Maple Ridge. 16-14, 8:29 to go from Cam Neely Arena on your Sunday.
2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 31 seconds in the third period. McBride for high sticking at 11:31.
Delgarno and Dixon like the extra room. Dixon back to Delgarno as they play catch at the top of the zone. Now a shot out of play off the kneecap of Royk. And the Burrards keep it. Dixon to Davis. To Delgarno, the trailer. Gets around, no, it does get around Hodgson. Hodgson bodies Delgarno to the outside. Now Cornwall will take his turn. Andrew Murphy found himself open, but Jesse Fair broke up the play. And the Bellies are up the floor. Cornwall and Hodgson 2-on-1. Jeff Cornwall shoots! And Michaud turns it aside. Kirkovich steps back on the floor. Maple Ridge power play for 1 minute and 5. It's been their pretty strong suit in a lot of the games they've played in, is their penalty killing ability when they do have it in the offensive zone. Their PK doesn't have the best percentage-wise for New Westminster. They're 5th in the league at 61%, but they can run laps of the O-zone when given the chance. They're just going to play keep away here. 35 seconds left in the penalty to McBride. Double team comes over to Geich. He passes into traffic to Logan Schuss, who's dumped. And Sean Robinson takes a shot short-handed. Carson Michaud made the save. Rebound. And Michaud falls on it. Bannister hands off to Dixon. McBride comes back onto the floor. Even strength lacrosse. McBride will stay for a shift on D. Bennett can't catch a pass now. Royk looking out of the gate into the stick of Harding, but Dixon knows there. Tough building to make long bomb passes in with these low rafters. You got speakers hanging down. You got the disco ball hanging down. Well, Royk threaded that one nicely. Davis behind his net. Lowen. Andrew Murphy back to Lowen. Around Lunny, charges the crease, tries to go high, but Royk went higher. Schuss takes a slash high, lets a shot go, hit an ankle on the way through. Kevin Reed, I believe, who felt that one. And he'll limp that one off. We'll get a quick wipe of the floor, and then we'll resume play. Logan Schuss will stop for a quick stick alteration. Geich and Johnson hover around, and they share some words. 5:19 to go, 16-14. 12 goals in the first. $14 in the second. And 4 here so far in the third period. 3 by the new Westminster Salmon Bellies as they went 3 goals to Coquitlam's 0 last night in the third period at the Palace on Poirier. And Johnson, Michaud got over, made the stop, swatting at the rebound. The net's wide open. Johnson picks it up, spins. And the Bellies would rather take the clock. Schuss takes his shot and it bounces all the way down the floor. So again, they want to win a third period, but this time they don't want to come up too little too late. Schuss hands it off to Ilya. He has a lane. Ilya Geich through the middle, takes a jump shot. It's off the post and off the roof, off the net, and handed to the Maple Ridge Burrards with 4.5 minutes to go. $200 even in the jackpot, 50-50 draw here. Cam Neely.
That number again is 152061.
Dixon around Konechny, backs off, sub shot, hit a body, and the loose ball is waiting for Curtis Hodgson. Jesse Fair and the Bellies are up the floor. Cornwall and Fair, will they want to change? Cornwall does. Royk will start heading into the gate now. Sneak play, faked it. Had the Burrards looking as Logan Schuss rips a shot. Rebound into the corner. Kevin Reed is there. Under 4 to go now. Mallory to Dixon. Back to Delgarno. One-on-one with Lunny. Make that Bennett. Delgarno brings him all the way out to his own bench. Now Delgarno lets one go. Royk bites and makes the save. See if Royk wants to start heading into the gate now. Stripped by Dixon. Royk and Dixon. Bear hug. Takes Dixon down to the ground. And the only call will be a too many men call on the Maple Ridge Burrards. Matt Royk gets to give Dixon a hug and then trips him on his way off the floor. And I think the only penalty will be a Maple Ridge Burrard. Too many men. Jared Davis is a little dumbfounded. He's saying, where's the hold? Where's the hug? Little dumbfound in the eyes of Jared Davis. Oh, bench minor for the Burrards, and the Bellies go to the power play with 3:20 to go, down by 2. Brandon Bertoya, left-handed offensive shot for the Burrards, who hasn't got a lot of floor time tonight. They've mainly been rolling out Delgarno and Lowham. That's because half this game has been spent on the power play. Pascas and Bertoya have seen limited minutes. Andrew Murphy's, they go 5 lefties out of the front gate. Just rips one early on the panel power play. And Kirkovich has trouble clearing his own zone. Now he gets out and across center. Pass to the middle for Riley Lowen, 2-on-1. But he'll run it around the net and waste some time. Tiptoes the line and then lobs it into the offensive zone. Dixon being held up by Ilya Geich. And an interference call, moving pick called. And the Burrards get to keep it. Low into Dixon, all alone on the crease. Dixon steps back. Minute 12 to kill, and he knows it. Swims through a couple defenders and loses a piece of his... No, it's Gaitch's bucket that went flying. Ilya picks it back up, looks for his chin strap too. He's going to have to go off for a change. Now he realizes he can't play. As Jeff Cornwall comes back on the floor. Dixon being contained by Fair. Cornwall comes in to help. Dixon now ridden hard into the wall, and a penalty coming up to the New Westminster Salmon Bellies, Jeffrey Cornwall. Dixon gets up. Don't worry, fans. You can't keep Superman down. Cornwall cancels out the power play for New Westminster. As we have exactly 2 minutes to go, 4-on-4 for 40 seconds, and then a minute 20 power play for Maple Ridge. Jared Davis wants more than 2. But the play got blown down on Dixon being allegedly injured as he went down after the hit, and now he'll have to go off the floor.
New Westminster penalty to number 23, Jeff Cornwall. 2 minutes for checking from behind.
2 minutes for the check on from behind. Dixon can't start on the floor because he was the injured player, but you gotta think as soon as they blow it in, he'll switch off with somebody. Two-goal game after all the mayhem and havoc we've seen here tonight. Davis starts with it at center. Now Mallory steps off. Curtis Dixon comes back on. 4-on-4. Dixon crosses center. Offense goes to work. Talgarno winds up, takes a shot. Roy made a glove save. And now passes it to Curtis Hodgson, and the Bellies will have to look up the floor. They're going to have to force. Going to have to go to the cage. 4-on-4 with 90 seconds to go. Royk to the bench for the extra attacker. It's 5-on-4. Bertoya back on. So it's 5-on-5. McBride in, fakes the shot, lets one go. Michaud makes the save. Schuss goes to the gate. Extra attacker. Royk streaking back on, but Bannister will bury the empty net. 17-14 as he just puts it a little bit further out of the Bellies' hands. Logan Schuss went to his bench instead of running back. Mitch Bannister has wheels, though. Knew exactly what he wanted to do with that ball. I think maybe in that situation, Schuss would run with Bannister and try to take the shot away and not go for the change, but someone's got to get off and let that goaltender on. Well, Cornwall is out of the box. Even strength lacrosse for the final 60 seconds. Gage hands off to Logan Schuss. Keegan Ball and Schuss go to work. Schuss takes a shot. Michaud the save. And he looks up the floor. Pass ahead of Gastaldo, and Matt Roig looks for an outlet. Doesn't have anyone, so he just rolls it to Jordan McBride. Another shot, perhaps. 30 to go. Logan Schuss, again, from about downtown. Rips one. Keegan Ball takes a turn and buries. 20 seconds to go, 17-15. One more face-off. That's the end of Matt Royk's night. They'll just go 6-on-5 out of the gate, and if the Burrards win this face-off, they run to safety.
Westminster's 15th goal of the game, scored by number 25, Keegan Ball.
Bellies have 3 on the offense and 2 on the D. Sean Robinson telling his players where he wants to put this ball. As he's in the draw against Monk, who wins it. Monk trying to grab at the loose ball. Colton Porter as well. But Curtis Hodgson will pick it up, and the Bellies will call a timeout. Down by 2 with 12 seconds left. One more shot. He tried to go out with a bang here on the road. A game that they have been in the entire time. A game that they led at times. The last Bellies lead was back at 7-6. It was 9-9 at one point. It was 10-9. And then the Burrards erupted for 6 unanswered in the second period, and that's where we've been standing. So it looks like every Belly is going to crowd and stack themselves out on the doorstep here. Ilya Gaich with that slow trot will start the ball at center. Every Burrard is clamped on to somebody. Ilya runs it in to Keegan Ball. To Jordan McBride inside for Schuss behind the back, right in the chest of Michaud. And he'll hang on for a 17-15 Maple Burrards win on home floor. And with that, they are back into first place in the Western Lacrosse Association. 7-2 record, identical to the Victoria Shamrocks, but they do have the only win against the Shamrocks in their season series, buying them temporary first place positioning. Bellies fall under 500, 3-4. And this, the last 2 times these two teams will meet in the regular season. Ilya Gaich not happy with Keith Gonning at the end of this game, but that is the story, is the first place Burrards salute their fans. A 6-goal night from Curtis Dixon, a 5-goal night from Logan Schuss. Some phenomenal offensive outputs. Both goalies that started this game didn't make it through 2 periods. Matt Roik and Carson Michaud took the bulk of the work in the second half, and both played pretty well. Michaud only let in 5. Roik let in 8. So I bring up some final numbers. Next game for these two teams. Next game for New West. Thursday night, the 16th, the Burnaby Lakers are in town looking to make it 4 straight. And for Maple Ridge, their next game is at Bear Mountain Arena in Victoria next Friday night, as they try to get their second win against the Shamrocks. That'll be an intense battle for first place that night at the Bear. Do not miss that, either in person or right here online on theboxrocks.com. Final numbers for the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. Your leaders war. Logan Schuss, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points. Keegan Ball, 1 goal, 5 assists. Ilya Gaich, 1 goal, 5 assists. Regan Harding, 2 goals, 2 assists. And Jordan McBride, 2 goals and 1 assist. Goals for the Maple Ridge Burrards. Curtis Dixon, Superman flies again. 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. Give him 52 on the young WLA season. Jared Davis had 2 goals and 4 assists. Joel Dalgarno, 3 assists. Riley Lowen, a hat trick with no apples. And Mitch Bannister with 1 and 1, the empty netter. Creighton Reed also 2 goals out of the back gate. So again, Kevin Reed with a goal too. So that, you put 17 goals up, and a lot of those, when they're not coming from Curtis Dixon, are coming from the back end for the Maple Ridge Burrards, which is a fantastic sign of life for a young team fighting for first place in the WLA. You're getting it from everywhere on the floor. 2 goals from Creighton Reed, 1 goal from Mitch Bannister, 1 goal from Kevin Reed, Mallory chipped in, Andrew Murphy chipped in. So goals from all over the floor for the Maple Ridge Burrards, as their 6-goal run in the second period was enough to sink the fish. So the final from Cam Neely Arena on a wild Sunday night to finish off the week, it's the Maple Ridge Burrards 17 and the New Westminster Salmon Bellies 15. Thanks for tuning in tonight to wrap up the weekend with me, lacrosse fans. I would not want to be anywhere else in the world right now. I'm glad you stuck around to watch this barn burner here from Cam Neely Arena. Once again, my name is Brad Challoner. Track me down during the week if you want any questions, comments. Let's just talk lacrosse. I'm on Twitter at Laxcaster. You can also email me at bcjall@hotmail.com. That's bcjall@hotmail.com. I will talk to you again Thursday night from Queen's Park Arena when the Burnaby Lakers roll across town down Kingsway Avenue. So I'll see you then, and I'll say goodnight from Cam Neely Arena and Maple Ridge. For you've been watching WLA Lacrosse on theboxrocks.com, brought to you by Play Full Screen. I'll see you down the road.